Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren are somewhere right now, yeah. They're sitting somewhere right now thinking, damn, how the hell did we allow Turki Alalshikh to gain so much control and so much power so soon, so quickly? I'm sure, yeah, wherever these two individuals are sitting down right now, they must have some regrets. They are now realizing the big plan of Turki Alalshikh. Do you know what I mean? This was in the making the whole time. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, they allowed their greed for money blindside them. Do you know what I mean? They were blinded by the money, the lights, the glamour of Riyadh season. They saw the millions. Their fighters go excited. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren gave Turki Alalshikh the keys to the city. Do you know what I mean? They were like, here you go. You give us the money, you can have access to all our fighters. We'll introduce you to the boxing public. Do you know what I mean? We'll help you promote your shows, promote your country, promote your businesses. We're going to do that for you. You just pay us the millions, man. Not knowing all along, Turki Alalshikh was playing chess. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they were playing checkers, man. Big difference. Turki Alalshikh just blindsided Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren when he signed a multi-year deal for the new boxing league with Dana White, the UFC president. Now, when I saw that news come out, I was thinking to myself, hold on, it don't make no sense. Because Turki Alalshikh already works with Eddie Hearn, with Frank Warren. He's been working with them for the last 2-3 years. Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn are the establishment in boxing. They know how the sport works. They've got most of the big fighters under their stables. So why would Turki Alalshikh not partner up with them to create a boxing league, but then go and partner with Dana White, who's in a completely different sport, MMA, UFC, he runs it with an iron fist. Why would Turki Alalshikh align himself with him, with Dana White, and not Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, who already have the infrastructure and everything in place, is ready to go? Why go to Dana White and start fresh? Dana White is not particularly knowledgeable when it comes to the sport of boxing. He's great in the MMA side, but boxing is a completely different ball game. Trust me, it is. So why would Turki Alalshikh choose him over Frank and Eddie, who have Queensbury promotion that's been around for decades? Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Promotions, his dad used to run it back in the day until Eddie Hearn took over. They've been around for decades. Well-established brands, known all over the world. Do you know what I mean? These are the top promoters. Why not work with them? I just don't get it. Is it the fact that Turki Alalshikh probably doesn't like the model in which Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn operate in? Because he wants to create his own league, he wants to have the control, he wants everything under one umbrella. Maybe that model suits more someone like a Dana White, who has been using that tight grip dictatorship style of managing in the UFC. Are you getting what I mean here? Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, yeah, there's gonna be a clash in it. I've heard Eddie Hearn. I've seen what he said in the last few days. You know, he's keeping it cordial. He's pretending like there's no issues there. There's no underlying problems. There is, because eventually Dana White, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, they're gonna clash. They're gonna clash. Yes, I know it's competition, and competition is healthy, it's good, because it gives fighters opportunity, and also it's good for us, the fans. The more choice you have, the more competition, the better when it comes to pricing and just entertainment value overall. But for the promoters, they're going to clash because the style of Dana White and what Turki Alalshikh is trying to create, it goes against the ethos of Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Now, can the two coexist? Can they live side by side? It's going to be tough. It can happen, but it's going to be a challenge because one of the challenges is, what happens if Dana White poaches one of Frank Warren's or Eddie Hearn's fighters? See, that's where the problems are going to start. Do you know what I mean? And because Turki Alalshikh is going to have a league headed by Dana White, those fighters on that league, they will be contracted to fight only in that league. It's the same model as the UFC. Fighters who are contracted to the UFC can't fight in the PFL or One Championship or any other MMA organizations. They can't. They can only fight in the UFC. Conor McGregor was a superstar. He was massive. He's the only guy in the history of the UFC who Dana White has allowed to cross over while he's still in contract. Conor McGregor went over and fought Mayweather. He was the only one, but that's because Conor McGregor, the fan base was huge. It was crazy. Dana White couldn't deny him the opportunity. He would have been crazy. And the UFC benefited from that as well. But apart from that one example, there's no other. And Dana White, he does not like sharing his limelight with anybody. He's one of the toughest son of a guns walking this planet. Him and Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, completely different personalities. I can see a clash coming. And Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren have to be very afraid. They have to take these threats serious. Right now, it's only the start. The league has been announced. We haven't seen all the details yet. But when things start getting put together and we start seeing the whole league game being formed, it could pose some serious problems to Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. Now, Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, they have to adapt. I'll say to them right now, get together, come up with some type of plan to combat this new league. Because if you don't, you risk being left behind. You risk being extinct. They'll kill you off. Dana White, do not get it twisted. Dana White will kill off the competition. Dana White is anti-competitive. He does not like competition. He doesn't embrace it. He likes to control everything. It's so well and good, Eddie Hearn saying, yeah, you know, he's so good, you know, Dana White is good, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. But trust me, deep down, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren are thinking to themselves, what the fuck did we just do to ourselves here? Frank Warren, I haven't heard him say anything yet. He hasn't really come out and spoken out about this new boxing league. He hasn't said anything. Eddie Hearn has. But I'm sure they're thinking to themselves, yeah, we probably fucked up here. We dropped our eye off the ball. You know, and it's probably too late because Turki Alalshikh has all the power now. He has the control. He's got the money. If Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren choose to go their own separate ways, go against Turki Alalshikh and Dana White, they'll be in danger of losing a lot of their fighters. Because who pays the most money? Turki Alalshikh. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn together, combined, they cannot offer these fighters the kind of money that the Saudis can. Every fighter's dream right now in this moment of time is to fight on a Riyadh season card because that's where the money is. That's where the big money is. Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, they're basically stuck between a rock and a hard place right now because they've kind of chained themselves up. because of their greed. Where do they go from here? Because any bad move, big risk to their businesses, to their promotion companies. So they have to be very careful how they move from now on. And they have to be ready to adapt and quickly. Do not let this thing just be kind of like a background noise, because by the time it creeps up on them, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late, because Turki Alalshikh means business when he talks about starting this boxing league, having all the fighters under one umbrella, all the TV networks, everything, the belts, no more 4 belts. He wants 1 belt per division and all that. The best fighting the best. Turki Alalshikh, that vision, for him, I don't think he'll ever stop until it comes to fruition. And having Dana White by his side, that's exactly the sort of guy you bring in as the reinforcer if you want to shake up the room. If you want to get rid of the old guard, get rid of the old establishment, Dana White is probably the guy to do that, because he runs the UFC with an iron fist. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, big trouble, my guys. Big trouble, man. Yes, I know you've got fighters under contract, but listen, man, contracts are there to be broken, mate. Any contract, lawyers can find a way to find some gray areas, some loose ends. Fighters can come out of their contracts if they want to. Contracts don't really mean shit a lot of the times. You know what I mean? You can come out of them. And Turki Alalshikh, they've got the type of money, the Saudis have the type of money that, listen, man, they could buy the way out of hell. Do you know what I mean? They could buy their ways out of hell, man. They could pay Satan, mate. Get us out. Satan taking that dough, man. He's taking that cash. Do you know what I mean? So, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, be very afraid, man. Do you know what I mean? Your times are probably coming to an end real soon. It might not be the next 2 years, 5 years, but trust me, man, in the next decade or two, we might not even see these promoters anymore, man. All the boxers, everything, they might just be under the control of Turki Alalshikh. Is that good for boxing? Is that bad for boxing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know, man. Is Eddie Hearn under threat? Frank Warren? Should they separate themselves from Turki Alalshikh and kind of go their own separate ways to protect the establishment, to protect the current boxing format? Or should they adapt? Or should they just go with Dana White and Turki Alalshikh? Let me know in the comments, man. For me, I think they need to adapt and react and just be careful when dealing with Turki Alalshikh, man, because it just blindsided them. I don't think they had any clue this was going to happen. I don't think so. Let me know in the comments. Let's engage. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. I'm your boy Enzo. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because that's how you're going to help the channel to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed. Peace.